Thank you for tuning in to the B&RS Show.
All right, the reason I wanted to start this one and not you, because most people would think that you would start this one because you're black.
And a lot of people that do know me know how big a fan I am of his music.
You got vinyls.
We have songs in the key of life on vinyl. I think I just gave too much away, but a lot of people don't even know what that album is unless they really listen to music.
Don't even tell them.
They won't even know what that album is unless they really listen to music because they only listen to his greatest hits.
The reason I wanted to start this is because I'm a musician. I'm a fan. I didn't get into Stevie Wonder as early as you did. I got into Stevie Wonder American Idol Season 2. And this was when Ruben Studdard won.
What song did he sing that got you into him?
It wasn't even him.
Who was it?
It was actually him, but it was a bunch of other people. I think they had a whole Stevie Wonder night.
Oh, they had like a Stevie Wonder
episode. They had a Stevie Wonder
Yeah.
night where everybody was doing Stevie Wonder. And again, I'm throwing things out there. Stevie Wonder, to me, musical genius, all those things, I've always thought was a bit of a con man. And it's almost insensitive to say it, but I'm an insensitive person, so I'm going to say it. I feel like if he had his sight at that time, he would have just been another dope musician that was regular.
But here's the thing.
Because there were many artists.
Stop. You need to understand the definition of the word blind. And a lot of people think blind just means it's blacked out. And a lot of people don't know that you can be legally blind and just not be able to distinguish anything, but still see colors, see shapes, like some shit. Like, and that's when it comes to when a lot of people think of blind. They're going to think Stevie Wonder. You think of blind, you think Helen Keller, you think Ray Charles, you think, walking stick, walking through like hands out, looking for everything. You thinking comical shit. And that's not everyone who's blind. There's people who could be legally blind because they have terrible vision in one eye while the other eye is perfect.
I feel the unfortunate fact about being blind is that no one knows how blind you are but you.
Yes.
No one could ever know that.
No,
shit.
and right, that's why I stopped you there. Because a lot of, before we dive into this.
But I don't think he's blind at all.
No, he was legally blind. And that's why, once again, we can't define how blind he was. But legally blind to where your vision is impaired enough to where it affects what you could do, where you need a walking stick, where you need somebody to help you, where you can't drive or do anything. That's why, like I'm saying, you're thinking blacked out like how we see it blind. You're thinking eyes closed, fucking electrical tape over your eyes, Darth Vader visor blind. You're thinking that.
Anything legal is bound by law, and laws are bound to change.
Okay, no, but legally blind means that you legally, your vision is not what they would consider a vision that could even be corrected with lenses. Corrective lenses can't. We both have corrective lenses. You know that we could, if we didn't have these niggas, like, and shit got bad.
Yeah, I could barely see in the dark.
I'm blurry. Like, I see blurry.
But at the same time, if you walked in, I know it's you. We're not that blind.
We aren't. But we don't have perfect vision.
We aren't. But let me just say this. There's a reason why I wanted to talk about this. First, Orlando Brown, who came out with a song "Coming to America," which we talked about. I think we spoke about that shit last week. One of the bars that he said was, "I can't believe you still think Stevie Wonder blind." After he said that shit for some reason is stuck in my head. I was thinking about it all day. Now I go online and it was almost like Google was listening to me because now all these things are popping up.
But here again, this is the ignorance of where I say.
But check it out. There's stories. There's videos.
Listen to me. I want you to listen to me and listen to me. And this is why I keep trying to tell you. Legally blind.
Bro, he caught a mic stand that was tipping over on stage.
I know that story. And there's somebody, I think it was Jamie Foxx, said he was doing something with him, and Stevie started working. Like, oh, Jamie, I need you to guide me. They can't know I can see. And Jamie said that's what he said to him. Shaka Khan. I told you Shaka Khan did an interview earlier this year, and they asked what's on the industry, and a lot of people don't know. And she said that Stevie Wonder could see. And then not meaning he could see great. Like, no, Stevie Wonder's legally blind, but Stevie Wonder can make out shapes and objects. So if you listen to me, if you can see some, listen,
I don't believe it, though.
nigga, why the fuck can't you? You can play devil's advocate, believe he's blind, but you can't believe that he can make out shapes and be legally blind.
Let me say this. One day, I think this was about 8 years ago, my dad woke up in Atlantic City, and he didn't need his glasses anymore. His blood sugar level changed in a way that it corrected his eyesight. He called me crying. He was saying that it was a miracle, it was God, it was Jesus. He was saying all this shit. Is it possible that throughout the years he regained his eyesight?
I'll tell you,
didn't want to say
listen to me. Just listen to me. My eyesight has gotten better since I was a kid wearing glasses.
Gotten better. Has he regained his eyesight throughout the years and kept the stigma?
People have said he's had private surgeries that have helped his eyesight get better, but he's still legally blind. You can see and make shit out and not still be able to see exactly what it is because you can't distinguish or see sharp the definition of it.
But Shaq just said on ESPN that he was walking into his condo. Stevie Wonder was walking out. He said, "What's up, Shaq?" and kept walking. And Shaq stood there saying, "What the fuck was that?"
People can make shit out. Listen to me. You have to understand. Have you ever listened to a blind person or any of these people who don't have a sense and how the other senses develop? I'm not going to begin to attempt to understand.
When you lose a sense, you gain a bunch of other senses.
So who
like
knows if you ever been around Shaq? He knew what Shaq. He maybe knew what Shaq might smell like. He heard Shaq's heavy ass breathing. He maybe heard Shaq talk. Hey, nigga, I know that voice is Shaq. Stevie Wonder, I could distinguish some sounds. So maybe he heard Shaq's heavy ass breathing. Heard his heavy ass feet walking. Maybe he heard Shaq say something a few steps before. We don't know.
Or maybe the cat's out the bag.
No. Listen to me. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm not allowing devil's advocate to be playing on this one just because you want to say he needed to play blind to get on.
Fuck out of here, bro. There's fucking eyewitness accounts. There's a bunch of celebrities coming forward.
Eyewitness accounts are the least reliable accounts in all of fucking anything.
Bro, I just saw footage of him catch a fucking.
Ask a cop.
Ask
a cop. Ask a cop or any investigator. Do you want an eyewitness? Do you want an eyewitness?
Caught the mic stand, no. But he was on stage with a bunch of people who had eyesight,
and they saw him. I read it. I've heard it. They were like, "Oh, shut the fuck up." I've read it. I've heard it. I've read it and I've heard it, and he caught it. Yes, and you listen to me. They've said it, and it's like how Ray. Did you know the story how Ray Charles was blind? He had good sight, and then he eventually lost it. But he could still make out a little bit. He can still make out a little bit. He can still make out like grays. And a lot of them said, like at first with Stevie, he could still see the shadows and shit and grays and shit. And then it came back better. And when he got the surgeries, I'm not gonna presume what his eyesight is right now. Motherfucker's old as shit. Stevie Wonder earned it. You're not gonna take that away from him. I'm not gonna let you sit here and do it. You're not gonna say he got on for faking being blind. Or not what I'm saying here. Not one of the greatest musicians ever. Yo, he's still all of that. He still put out the greatest music out of all that music that started in the early 70s.
I didn't say that he wasn't one of the greats. I didn't say any of that shit.
But you essentially said at the beginning of this episode was that if he wasn't the blind guy saying that, maybe he would have just been another artist.
Bro,
so you kind of said he used the crutch. You used it as a crutch.
You know how many musicians back in the day had the same amount of talent, but they just wasn't the story? They didn't have the story.
I'm not going to say he was a story. I'm not going to say who said he had the talent. I'm going to say I've heard Stevie Wonder's music and it's timeless. I haven't heard any of those other fucking artists.
He has timeless music.
Listen to me. Obviously. I haven't heard any of those other artists. And I'm sorry they didn't get on. But you know who did get on? Stevie Wonder. And that's not his fucking fault. That's not Stevie's fault. Stevie got on.
It's not his fault. It was his plan.
I think I might be done here. Where we at? I'm not gonna let you sit here to disrespect. I'll let you disrespect Mike, Prince, Hove, Kanye. I'm not gonna allow it to a living legend.
When do I disrespect Mike?
I said I'll allow it. I'm not gonna allow it to
disrespect the Mike. I defended Mike with that fucking documentary came out.
I said I will allow it. I won't allow any disrespect to Stevie. And you just heard what I said too. I said you can disrespect Ye, disrespect Jay, just all my favorite artists. But Stevie Wonder ain't gonna get it. Stevie Wonder is sacred in the black community. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Listen,
you want to start a second?
He's sacred to the music community.
Nah.
He's sacred to the music community.
Nah, he's different.
Because when I speak to real musicians, they all praise this man. Yeah. I don't praise this man. I don't sing his songs. I don't have his records. I could give two fucks.
That's the way I feel. Honestly, what you're saying is the way I feel about the fucking Beatles.
I feel the same way about the Beatles too. I can't stand them. And I just feel that it's hilarious that to me, after all these years, all these people could come out now and say that they have stories. Not
you
just
can say this now, but why didn't you say this before? When it would have fucking mattered.
Not just from 5 years ago, not just from 30 days ago, but you're talking about stories from 10, 15 years ago.
So why did you say it 10, 15 years ago? All these people on stage said 10, 15. You know, you on stage said 10, 15 years ago. Not when it's gonna go viral online. 10, 15 years ago, it don't fucking matter. It's hearsay to me, bro. It's hearsay to people want to drag Stevie's name into it, bro. And you want to play devil's advocate like a fucking moron. Like, bro, it's fun, but to me, Stevie. To me, Stevie's sacred, bro. And to me, Stevie's legally blind. And when you understand what that means, legally blind, then you'll understand it, bro. Like, there are people, like I said, I've said it this episode. You can have perfect vision in this side, terrible vision in this side, and you're legally blind just because you don't have both eyes. And you need to, don't try to check the legally. Nigga, I'm saying legally blind for what the term of vision, having vision and not corrective vision, but vision not corrective. His vision can't be corrected with glasses and not with surgery. We don't know if he had surgery. If there's some God-willing cure came down out the heavens and hit Stevie, and now Stevie could see, and Stevie just has to keep playing blind the rest of his life. He can't come out and say, yo, I had a miracle cure. God just came down one day. Because who's going to believe him? Who's going to believe him when you want to believe that this nigga already could see this whole time?
But
now,
there's
honestly,
proof.
No. There's proof to you.
There's proof to his reactions. There's proof to the reactions of him seeing something coming towards him and reacting to it.
Nigga, I'm not saying he can't see that. He can't see what's coming at him. I'm just saying that legally blind, the term legally blind, and once again, I'm going to have to keep repeating this. Legally blind is a very broad term, and it means that your vision is somewhere where it can't be corrected with lenses, and it needs to be either surgically done or it can't be done. And if, like I said, people have said he's had a couple of surgeries to try to correct it. We don't know how that affected it. People say he sees shadows and grays and all this stuff. We don't know if it gets better. They say when you get LASIK, you take care of it early, it's going to get good. And then if you don't do what you have to do, it'll reverse itself later on. I never had eye surgery. I don't have money to have surgery, let alone if I was what Stevie Wonder had to have the money to do that. So we don't know, man. And I think your presumption of presuming it is just crazy.
And to me, it's crazy. I think, all right, I'll agree with you. If it's an assumption, if all of this is just me presuming the worst, then I'm crazy. I'm at fault. But if he did get his eyesight corrected and he's faking blind moving forward, then that's a bit of a scumbag move. And we'll only find that out if the facts ever come out.
The facts are never going to come out because you're not going to get his eyes to see what he sees. You can't see through his eyes. So everyone could say that he sees that. Yo, people have heightened senses like that, bro. If he could see the grays, the shadows, and he sees it fall, and he's like, oh, he can get it. Yo, we don't know how he saw that. We don't have his point of view. We're not watching a Stevie Wonder point of view cam. So we don't know what it's looked like to him. And for everyone assuming that, like, yo, it's fucked up to me. It's fucked up. That's just what I'm gonna leave it at.
This one right there.
You just annoyed the fuck out of me on this shit, bro. Like, nigga trying to play Stevie Wonder, bro. Like, that nigga.
Fuck Stevie
What if
Wonder,
I sat here
bro,
and disrespected Hector Lavoe and all those other fucking bums?
I don't give a fuck about no fucking Hector Lavoe. I don't give a fuck about none of these.
I'm gonna find a podcast every week to disrespect a fucking Hispanic legend in the fucking music game.
Please do, bro. I will join you, and I'll sing their songs better than them. Because I am the devil's advocate, nigga. I'm Keanu Reeves, bro. You guys already know where the fuck to follow.
Know why the fuck to follow us.
Thank you for tuning in to the Bud and Roach Show.